Hello everyone, what's up and welcome back to another video. Today I am doing my April TBR or the Magical Readathon TBR and I'm quite excited for this one. So I think without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. I think this is going to be a quick one. For those of you who don't know, Magical Readathon is basically like a fantasy themed reading challenge based on a role-playing game where you create a character and you partake in like a fantasy school, and in that school you have various different subjects that you have to study for the spring and the autumn equinox, and your subjects are based on prompts or reading prompts which you choose from books. I think that's self-explanatory. This is, I think, my third and final year, if I remember correctly. Next year, I think I'm going to create a new character. I think the first year I did it offline, or I did read for Magical Readathon, but I didn't really record for the Magical Readathon. I just recorded reading vlogs. And then last year I dived a bit deeper into focusing more on the spring equinox. I don't think I did a lot for the autumn equinox. I think that's when my slump started, my life slump or my recording slump. And then I didn't care of posting videos or like doing any editing, but this year I'm coming back full force, hopefully, and focusing more on doing weekly vlogs that's based on the reading. I don't know why I had to give you that breakdown, but it's the breakdown. So just a recap of my character. I am an elf called Sir Shajul, and I am part of the Order Crescent House, and my calling is the Form Druid. It's focused on a master shapeshifter, and these shapeshifters basically specialize in protecting nature and gathering information to enrich the knowledge of those in Eldia. And also the key traits for a Form Druid is they are kind, they are gentle, they're curious, and they are caring. So that just gives you an overarching view of Saoirse. Let's just jump right into what subjects I am going to be studying. First subject is animal studies, and the course focus is raccoon studies. And for the reading prompt, it is to steal a book from another TBR. For that, I'm going to go with Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I am also partaking in the Buzzword Readathon, and I see a lot of people have put Sunrise on the Reaping on their TBR, so I was like, I'm going to use that one. And Sunrise on the Reaping is basically just Hamish's story from the Hunger Games trilogy. You dive deep into how he won the games, what transpired after that, and just, I think it's going to be a whole mess of a thing. I think this is going to be a heart-wrenching book. I think this book is going to tear me to shreds, but we're here for it. We are excited for it. The next course is Art of Illusion. The course focus is distance manipulation, and for this, the reading prompt is to read a book you already planned for this month. I was going to put City of Fallen Angels on the TBR, but because I have a bad history with City of Fallen Angels, and I can tell you now, it's like still in the beginning stages of March, and I decided to DNF that book. Sorry. I am going to go with City of Lost Souls, which is the next book in the Mortal Instruments series. I didn't enjoy City of Fallen Angels because I feel like that was a complete filler book. I feel like we didn't need 400 pages or close to 500 pages of what transpired for things to happen. So yeah, City of Lost Souls is going to be next, and it just follows Jace and Clary as they navigate their way through their trials and tribulations as shadow hunters. Clary is a new shadow hunter. She discovered in the first 3 books that she basically has a shadow hunter blood in her, and now in these books she's just training to become a shadow hunter, and everything that follows, a lot of things that follow throughout the rest of the trilogy. I have read the Mortal Instruments series, but because my bestie and I are doing like a Shadowhunter read-along, we decided to just dive into it. She watched the series, I didn't. I only read the books, and so she's going through the books. Next is Astronomy, and the course focus is Lightfall. So the reading prompt is Color Wheel, and for that I ended on blue. As I mentioned, I'm also doing the Buzzwordathon, and I think for the word challenge, it is animal on the cover, and for that, I chose Forgotten Horse. This is a middle grade, and this is about a girl who discovers a horse in a field. He looks a bit jittery, but so she takes him to someone who doesn't ask her money to take care of this horse, but eventually they want to sell this horse to someone whose reputation is not up to par with how to treat horses, and now it's this fight of Should she get the horse for herself, or, you know, that type of thing. Like I say, it is a middle grade. It is also a short book. I think it's just over 100 pages. So I think I'll fly through it. I'm not excited for this book. I just, for some apparent reason, I bought it because it made me think of The Horse Whisperer or something. I also haven't read that one, so I could put that one on as well. I don't know, but it also counts as a blue cover, so I just thought, hey, why not? Next subject is conjuration, and the course focus is locational summons, and the prompt is a random country generator. And for this, you have to generate 5 times and then start reading a book from the country that you ended up with. And as you can see over here, I ended on Montenegro. All the books that fall into this space is like historical books, non-fiction books, and I was like, I'm not going to enjoy the read along if I do this. I ended up with Wicked Like a Wildfire, and this is by Lana Popovic, I believe, and she is in the area where Montenegro is, but she is not from Montenegro. So I was like, I think I can do with that one. The next book is Elemental Studies, and the course focus is earth and fruits. Well, no, it's earth and then fruits. I don't know how to explain that, but it is for fruits on the cover. And luckily the other day I was browsing around Everand because I was looking for something, and then I realized the fallen fruit is on my saved list, and I was like, there's apples on the cover, so I'm just gonna choose that one. Do I know what it's about? Vaguely. It's about this woman who time travels for something or another. And I was like, okay. And then I saw it was historical fiction. So I don't know, maybe I'll like it, maybe I won't. Only time will tell. The next course is Spells and Incantations, and the course focus is copy and paste. So reading prompt is a word from your last book title. The last book I read when I set this up was Blood and Steel. I remember G mentioned, remember the book that you were reading while watching the announcement video, and I completely forgot because I forgot to write it down. So I went with one of the other books that I was busy with at that moment. But the book that I landed on was Curse of Blood and Fortune by Chris Ruler and River Knight. This is 2 indie authors who banded together to create this trilogy. I can't remember what the trilogy is called, but the first book centers around 2 characters. One who is trying to find his brother and knows that the only place he can go is the commander of the army, and so he puts his life in danger to go to that commander. But on the way there he meets another character who's a witch, and they team up together to find their loved ones because the witch know that the commander also has someone she loves in their possession. So it's just a journey of them going through the country and trying to save their beloveds. The next course is Restoration, and the course focus is Uncommon Antidotes. The reading prompt is read a book with 4-star rating or above, so if it's 4.2 or something like that. For that I'm going to go with Vows and Ruin by Helen Scheurer. Because I read Blood and Steel, I absolutely adored it, and so I want to jump into the next book before I forget everything that happened. The last course is Shapeshifting. The course focus is Miniature Dragons. A reading prompt is to read a dragon in the title, cover, or story. Unbeknownst to me, I chose the book that also correlates with what we buddy reading over on Discord, because I completely forgot we do buddy reads on Discord as well. And so it is A Natural History of Dragons. I was gonna go with something else, but then I was like, hey, this looks interesting, and I've seen some of my friends give it high praise. So yeah, I'm gonna read this book. But I think it's a cozy mystery about this woman who studies dragons and then, you know, like just describes the dragons and what they do and all of that. One needs a cozy mystery every now and then. So I think that's what I'm gonna go for. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are partaking in a readathon, let me know down below. If you are taking in the Magical Readathon, I don't know, let me know what book you are excited about, what house you are in. I don't know, maybe we are housemates. And I'll see you guys in the video next week. Bye.